Manningham balances rural living and city lifestyle with a number of bushland reserves right on our doorstep. But in the summer months, this can create an increased fire risk. Located on the edge of Doncaster East and Templestowe and bordered by the Yarra River, Tikalara is popular with walkers and cyclists and is a pocket of suburbia in a bush setting. Manningham is working with CFA, FRV and local residents to ensure our parks remain safe and enjoyable for everyone, to manage the risks and to be safer together.
We have Tim joining us. He's a local community member. So we're here to discuss what his level of understanding of risk is from a local community perspective.
I've been living in Manningham now for almost 12 years, so we moved in not long after the Black Saturday bushfires, to be honest. Yeah, like most people do in these areas, we're quite naive with preparedness and what we needed to do in case of a bushfire. We became part of the local community fire guard, which was run by one of our neighbours. And we had a gentleman from the CFA come down to talk to us and sort of set us straight as to what we'd be facing into living in an area like this. We did street walks to understand which houses were, safer than others, what we could do, clear around the house and those sorts of things. We have it written down, which is probably number one, and we sort of, every year we review it because there's some things that have changed in that period of time. The kids have got older, they can actually help us out more if we're caught out by a bushfire. Our plan is not to be here, but if you do get caught out, you need a plan B. Even when the kids were quite young, we did our role plays, which was the kids essentially sitting in front of their iPads, but now as they're bigger, they can do things like fill the bathtubs, get towels under doors, all that sort of stuff. But our aim is not to be here, this is about planning for the plan B. For us, our simple trigger, and I can't implore anyone to do anything but, is have a really well-known simple trigger. If it's a day of total firemen, we're not here. So we leave before 10 a.m, so we've got a specific time and a specific trigger. This is our fire kit, our Plan B kit. So we plan not to be there if we get caught out. I actually take this kit with me as well when I'm on the road travelling through the bush and things like that, which is handy. But it's got my fire blanket, it's got my cotton overalls, it's got my leather gloves, it's got my goggles, it's got my battery-powered radio, it's got a water bottle, it's got a first aid kit, it's got a torch, it's got all the things you think you need, and you've probably got somewhere around the house, but it's good to have it all in one place. So I've got my bag, my wife's got her bag. Now the kids are older, they'll get their own bags as well. We're really lucky we can go to my wife's parents' house and our dogs are welcome there, which is, I know, sometimes difficult for some people. So to have that in place and really well prepared before the start of the fire season, all our precious items are already at their house. So that's already there. So all our photographs, all our hard drives, all those sort of birth certificates, all that stuff, that's all sitting in another house.
That's excellent.
And that's the house we go to. So we review our insurance every year to make sure we've got enough money to cover the changes to any building code changes along the way. The most important thing is to have it and make sure it's an insurance that covers not just direct flame, it would be my call out, but also smoke damage. We live in these areas because we like these areas.
Beautiful, yes.
But you just have to weigh up the risk that comes with that. So cleaning up around the house, cleaning up the yard, making sure the roof's clear, making sure, if it's a day of total fireman, you clear things off the deck like gas bottles and all that sort of stuff. Don't store paints and things under the house. It's a lot of simple things, but you've got to remind yourself every year. Manningham City Council provide green waste, which is great, so through the bins and through the big larger collections. So we keep our grass down. We've actually keep around the house. We don't have grasses around the house or bushes around the house. We've got stone paths all around the house.
With stones, yes.
Well, just around the house, we live in the bush, so you want some mulch, you want trees and things like that. But we keep the grass very low. We keep the bushes trimmed where we can. But essentially we try and make sure that we keep it like where we live, which is why we live here, but at the same time keep it as safe as possible. We're not here on a day of total firemen. We leave by 10 a.m. If it's Christmas Day, if it's Boxing Day, if it's birthdays, that's our plan. Trick for us is don't be here. Black Saturday has proven that you just don't want to be around.
For more information on how to prepare your property for bushfire, you can visit the CFA's website, at cfa.vic.gov.au, or for home preparedness, visit FRV's website at frv.vic.gov.au. Download the Vic Emergency app or visit emergency.vic.gov.au.